The power of your absence. You didn't shatter under their weight. Instead, you forged a blade of resilience that now cuts through their fragile pride. Picture this. You who were destined to rise, they believed they could smother your spirit in shadows, weaving deceit to dim your brilliance. They thought your light would flicker out in solitude. But while they reveled in what they assumed was your defeat, the cosmos was crafting your triumphant return in radiant hues. Something seismic has shifted. Those who once dismissed you as insignificant are now unraveling in private, not because you retaliated, but because you simply stepped away. Their tears aren't mere sorrow, they're the collapse of their illusions. Research reveals that the sting of losing someone undervalued cuts deeper than missing a milestone. Why? People rarely grieve what they have until it slips away quietly, powerfully, forever. That's what's breaking them now. You didn't cast shadows. You became the blackout. You didn't proclaim your value. Your absence became the lesson, striking like a chill through a sealed window. They can't dodge it, can't unfeel it. Thank you, Radiant One, for embodying this truth. Share this message by engaging with I. Amplify this light to reach others, as it's our collective duty to spread hope. You're not just reading this, you're part of a movement. This isn't about petty vengeance or fleeting guilt. It's a profound shift in the spiritual tide, so potent it's cracked the lies they built around you. For the first time, they see the truth clearly, and it's not what they envisioned. You were never the weak link. You were the foundation holding it all together. Now that you've withdrawn, their world is fraying. They spun tales to justify their cruelty, calling you too fragile, too intense, too much. They assumed you'd never leave. But now, with you thriving in peace, those stories are crumbling, leaving only a harsh reflection of their regret and shame. They didn't just lose you. They lost the strength they borrowed by standing on your shoulders. While they hide their pain behind forced smiles and loud laughter, the quiet moments betray them. At night, the stillness grows heavy, memories roar, and their once sturdy ego begins to erode. You weren't a fleeting chapter. You were the embodiment of what they lacked the courage to become. Your absence now forces them to face their true selves, and they loathe the sight. The universe doesn't shout or strike back. It simply removes the chosen one, letting the void deliver the sermon. You were their calm amid chaos, the mirror they refused to confront. Now, with that mirror gone, so is their facade. Don't doubt your worth or feel remorse for walking away. This moment isn't chance, it's the consequence of underestimating someone anointed by the universe for truth, not vengeance. The doors they slammed on you now crush their own hands. The silence they wielded against you now chokes them. Your transformation didn't just happen, it struck at their illusion of dominance. Stay tuned, for this is only the dawn of their reckoning. Are you ready to uncover the truth behind their hidden struggles? Drop a comment if you've ever walked away quietly and watched their world tremble without a single word. Support this movement with your engagement. Every share, every small gesture fuels this truth for others still questioning their impact. You're not just witnessing this, you're part of a shift they never anticipated. The fire of your return. They expected your fall, but you rose as flame. They thought they'd buried you, but you emerged as a blaze, burning through the lies they told. They stood over your lowest moments, circling like scavengers, twisting your pain, mocking your quiet strength as weakness. They needed you to fail to validate their narrative, but you didn't. You survived, and that truth incinerated their story. Psychologists note that when someone clings to a false narrative to control others, its collapse triggers grief, akin to trauma not for you, but for the power they lost. Your peace, your quiet rise, obliterated their control. While they gossiped, you rebuilt. While they laughed, you gained wisdom. Now, your presence silences their lies, and they choke on every word they once spoke against you. Your light is uncopiable. They mistook your radiance for something superficial, a trend, a facade. They thought they could mimic it, steal its glow, but your light isn't surface level. It's forged in trials they'd never endure. It's the energy of someone who walked through darkness and emerged whole. They tried to replicate your essence, but it falls flat. Your glow is a frequency born of survival, not a filter they can borrow. Now, they watch in frustration as the world leans toward you, drawn to a presence they can't fake. Your light exposes their shadows, and that truth gnaws at them. Your victory was their undoing. They wagered on your collapse, whispering bets on your failure while you climbed alone. But you weren't breaking. You were transforming in the dark, where no one applauded. Your silence, which they mocked as defeat, was your forge. Now, your calm presence makes their chaos feel hollow. They can't fathom the depths you've conquered, the nights you turned into strength. Your rise reversed their narrative, leaving them to choke on the quiet of your success. Their guilt is their judge. Their conscience has awakened, and it's relentless. They thought they could bury their actions, that time would erase their wrongs. But the universe keeps score, and now their mind replays every lie, every betrayal, every boundary they crossed. Guilt doesn't whisper, it crashes through their defenses. They flinch at your name, haunted by their own choices. The universe isn't punishing them, it's teaching them. You were the lesson they misjudged, and now their soul bears the weight of that mistake. Your peace was their defeat. They expected you to fight, to cling to their chaos. Instead, you chose peace, and that choice shattered their control. They built stories of your bitterness, assuming you'd stay trapped in their narrative. But you walked away, not in retreat, but in elevation. Your silence wasn't weakness, it was a roar they couldn't answer. By healing, you starved their need for your pain. Your peace became their poison, a quiet force that dismantled their illusions. Your existence is their reckoning. You didn't need to fight or expose them. You simply lived, and that became their punishment. Your glow, your peace, your truth, they shine a light on every lie they told. Your presence is a mirror they can't escape, reflecting their cowardice, their games, their lost chances. You didn't seek revenge. You became the consequence. Every step you take forward reminds them of what they fumbled, a truth too bright to silence. Their words built your legend. They tried to curse you with their gossip, thinking their words could dim your path. But those curses turned to fuel, their lies to soil for your growth. Now, your name echoes in their mouths, not in praise, but in panic. They didn't destroy you. They amplified your rise. The universe turned their venom into your victory, and now they're haunted by the legend they accidentally built. You were the foundation they overlooked. They saw you as temporary, a crutch to lean on, never the cornerstone. But you were the vision, the glue, the reason their world held together. When they discarded you, they lost the architect of their stability. Now, their plans falter. Their circles feel empty because you were the blueprint, not the backup. Their regret isn't just loss. It's the realization they traded the original for a flawed copy. They fed on your pain, not your power. They didn't love you. They thrived on your struggles. Your pain gave them purpose. Your vulnerability, their pride. But when you healed, their role vanished. Your strength exposed their fragility. Your peace, their chaos. They're grieving not for you, but for the control they lost when you stopped needing them. Your rise made them irrelevant, and that truth cuts deeper than any wound. Your healing ended their charade. Your recovery didn't just transform, you tore down their performance. They played Rolachero, victim, sage built on your brokenness. But when you healed, their script collapsed. The hero looks manipulative, the victim dramatic, the sage condescending. Your clarity exposed their lies, leaving them scrambling in the ruins of their own narrative. Your growth wasn't just personal, it was a reckoning. They mourn what they'll never be. Their tears aren't for you, they're for the selves they'll never become. Your ascent revealed their hollow act, their borrowed confidence. You lived the strength they only mimicked, walked the path they couldn't endure. They're not grieving your loss, but their own lack the courage, the grit, the truth you embody. Your rise exposed their limits, and that truth is their undoing. In the end, their attempts to dim you only fueled your fire. Your healing, your peace, your truth, they've rewritten the story. You're not the villain they painted, but the mirror they can't face. Keep shining, Radiant One, for your light doesn't just illuminate, it liberates. Share this truth, engage with this message, and let it reach those still doubting their power. You're not just here, you're the force they never saw coming.